Well, hello there and good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Frost PDP,
And this is Diamante.
and we're playing more Crusader Kings 2 multiplayer as, well, I am Navarra, and you are?
Um, no. Yeah, Leon. There we go.
Yep, and you've declared what kind of war now?
I don't know, I clicked the button.
If you...
Full war, like the entire thing, all the counties and everything, on Castille. Which,
Excellent.
yeah, apparently you're trying to claim some of that, so
Yep.
apparently we're gonna get into a fight.
Well,
Whatever.
hopefully not. Hopefully he'll surrender to me before anything goes too wrong. Let's see if this works. We're gonna let some time run if you're ready.
I'm ready.
Alright. Speed 2, go! Castile has an army that's trying to recover. It's got about... had a huge levy, actually.
I've
1,000
also,
something. Hmm?
I've also started seducing the King of Deal.
Wait, so you declared war on him, and now you're trying to seduce him.
Yes.
In spite of the fact he's got a wife. Alright.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's great. You're going to end up, like, ruling all of freaking Spain. I'm just going to be like this little guy on the side going, I don't know what to do. I will definitely end up marrying one of my children to yours at some point.
That works.
I have a 4-year-old daughter. You have a Prince. Really, Vance? God damn it. You have a 0-year-old son. So eventually, assuming our reigns of terror survive long enough, we will be able to get an alliance through marriage, and everything will be good. Unfortunately, you can't just like, oh, I'm gonna make an alliance with this person. This game doesn't work like that. It's only through marriage.
Alright, I understand.
Hey, I'm actually gaining piety because I have technology now. How did that happen? I don't have technology for that. What piety technology?
I don't know.
I guess my piety from vassal buildings went up. No, that's not possible. I don't understand this game.
So I declared war on this guy and absolutely nothing is happening. Should I just gather some army and head on over?
Right, his army is all the way out in like Islam land because he's trying to conquer that. So raise all your levies and just like drop them on some part of Castile.
Works for me.
The only reason that's not like gonna help me is because I need to besiege as much of it as I can.
Alright. There we go.
Wow, he actually has enough troops. No, those are all just different dudes. You need to make sure you have enough people there to overcome his defenses.
Hmm.
Like, this guy is level 16. That guy's level 14. He's now a new steward. It's 2 points. It's kind of worth it. I will assign my steward to collect taxes in my capital. Catholic uprising in... Oh, what's going on here? He does not possibly have 6,000 men. That is not an enemy for me, is it? I hope not. Okay, good. He's going to wipe out all the Muslims. He's going to give Castile a chance to recover its terrible military. Yeah, so you've got 2,000 something. That's more than enough on Burgos. And just sit there. You know, the one thing you could do is if you do your little mouse draggy and make the box over all your guys, it'll bring up like a list of all the different armies, and you can click the merge armies button. Wow, my wife is legit coming up with kids like it's nothing.
She's popping him out. I hope
She's
she's
got...
not being seduced.
well, I know it's not you doing it this game, so... That was last
At least
game.
not until my son takes over.
No, no, then we're gonna have a whole other set of problems.
Yep. I am besieging. I hope I have enough people to besiege. I don't even know.
Victory in my own siege. You do. I'm assuming you do anyway. I mean, you've got 2,700. He's got a garrison of 800 and a levy of about 4, so 8 plus 4 is 12. You've got more men. If you click on the province itself, it'll bring up the siege of whatever, the siege of Burgos, or whatever the hell it's called. and it'll show attackers versus defenders. We're going to end up all occupying a little bit of Castille, and we're going to end up not able to fully annex him or take enough war score to get what we want. You should probably not go and besiege the one north of where your guys are, just so that I can do it, so I can push my war score up.
Okay.
That way I will be able to piece him out, take what I want, and then you can take the rest, and he'll be in such shitty shape that he can't fight it anyway.
I kind of
Meanwhile,
just want that big chunk I'm sitting on. The rest of it, I'm that crazy about.
well,
Although,
you push the kingdom claim. You're going to get everything in Castile as
okay
soon
then.
as you win, unless it's like already taken by me. If it's besieged by me already, you can't take it, which is one of those weird rules of the game. So like right now I have 2 holdings out of the 3 taken. You could not claim those 2 even if you had 100% war score and enforced demands. Those 2 would remain like separate. And then it would just be some random ass game stuff. I mean, the beauty of a paradox game is that it's really complicated. The downside is that complexity leads to failures in certain things. I've seen people like in a different game run out of names for their characters. The game just won't generate names. It's really complicated. Did I actually start the timer? I find myself doing that a lot as a fledgling YouTube person. Nope, we got like 12 minutes and 30 seconds.
Alright.
We're totally professional.
Oh, incredibly.
So if you look up north, you'll see France is definitely like falling apart. Anjou was not independent earlier, and it is now. And it's just being taken over by fucking Anjou. Like, that's weird. That really shouldn't be happening. But it is. King Conan. King Conan? Really? There's a guy named King Conan? Yes, there is Conan the Careless. Alright, I'm up to 46% war score. I'm going to move my men to the west. And just sit on a province. Kingdom of Castille, Kingdom of Castille, Kingdom of Castille. Whoa. The hell is that? It says you are lagging behind, decreasing speed. I didn't do that. Let me hit the,
What happened?
just gonna hit the pause button for a moment.
Okay.
Apparently the game thinks you're lagging behind me for some reason in terms of like when dates are happening, which is weird. Anyway, that should be fixed by now. No, it's not. We're stuck at speed 1. No, I'm gonna go up to speed 2 and see what happens. No, you're actually falling behind. Stop! Time. Okay. I have another son. Except this one is sickly and he's... Oh god, I have twins. Twins like each other better. So I have Fernando and Emilia. Wow, I have a lot of children. I know I upped the fertility on my character, but goddamn. Alright, so I think we've got our synchronicity issues fixed. We might have to play at speed 1, which sucks, but whatever. That's what happens. Hello, kitten. You sliced my finger, didn't you? Yes, you did. My cat, I was holding her and she decided she wanted to pet something, or rather slice at something. And since I was holding her, she lost her balance and decided that my finger was something good to grab on while she fell, which it wasn't, and she cut right into me, and nice little cut, nothing big, but not just a paper cut on the tip of my finger. What was that?
Ow.
He's some random guy. I have some random Muslim dude trying to besiege at the same time, so I think that's a good thing. I have my war goal fully besieged, so I get it, whatever happens. I'm thrilled for that, by the way. Barcelona is big.
I'm at -2%. I think I have a long window.
It's just because of how long it's taking you to get your first siege. Several assassinations and, quote, loans, unquote, later. I don't know if I'm still able to trust anyone. I'm no longer trusting, that's a fact. And my first child needs an education. She's my daughter. She's a perfect person. When you give somebody your child to educate, it
Mm-hmm.
gives you a plus 20% opinion bonus with that person, which
Oh.
is good, but it doesn't necessarily work best for educating them. It's like if you're on your third or fourth child or a daughter who's not going to get the throne. Like I have one, two, three, four sons. So even my oldest daughter, she's not getting the throne. Like there's almost no way she's getting the throne.
Mm-hmm.
So I can assign her to any random person who is in my court who's like a duke or a baron or whatever, and I can get 20 opinion with that person, and it makes them like you better. And since you can only train up to 2 people at a time anyway, like I can't train all 6 of my children, or yeah, 6. So you can see how you've occupied one of his things now. You've occupied the castle.
Yes.
Now you're probably working on the city of Burgos itself.
Am I?
Click on it and look.
Um. How do I tell?
Just click on Burgos, and it'll bring up the siege screen, and it'll say siege of
Siege
whatever.
of Burgos.
Yep, and you'll see how your character already like on the top holding there's a shield, Kingdom of Castille, and then there's your shield in the middle, your little red dragon. That tells you it's occupied by that person,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see the little dotted lines going through the territory.
Mm-hmm.
And that's telling you that at least um, one holding in that thing is occupied. And then you can see how I have the solid slashy lines through mine,
Mm-hmm.
and that tells you that mine is fully. Oh snap!
Like everybody is trying to take over this
Time
freaking.
out. We need to pause because you have an issue coming up that might be a concern.
Okay.
You can see Castille's army to the southeast.
Okay.
It's the southeast of Burgos, anyway, or to the east of your borders. You can see like Castile has an army. It's not a particularly powerful one, but he is trying maybe to protect his lands. Hey, my wife made me lose stressed. Awesome. My wife de-stressed me. I wonder how. Nope, but he's not pushing an attack on you because he'd lose. Frankly, he would lose. You're in the hills. You'll be fine. But he could potentially leave his dudes there to guard it. Uh, Next, you might want to go to his capital and try to siege that down. Although he's got a lot of dudes there to defend it, just from the siege itself. He's actually occupying a lot of Muslim land. It's kind of cute. Oh, you dick.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna try to unsiege what I have.
I don't think that'll do,
I don't even know if he can.
There's so many people going at him with so many different angles. I don't know what it's thinking.
No, he can't. Can he? No, he's got enough attackers. But now he's running away from that to go with do something stupid. Something dumb. He's doing something dumb. That's all I know. That's all I can tell you. He should be sitting on that and daring me to attack him. It's plains, but at least I'll lose enough guys that maybe I can't besiege anything else. Because you need to have a certain number of people to siege anything, and I could very well wind up below that number. So what else? Any fun little events happening on your side of the pond?
Not really. Stuff popping up. Oh, I got a victory. Siege of Burgos.
Yep. You got 2 more holdings to go here. You got a church and a barony, which
Everything
actually would
else
be
is
nice.
soon.
Well, what you have to do is you have to click on the province itself, and you'll see the castle right next to his character portrait.
Mhm.
That's the top holding. It's the county capital.
Right.
And then you have underneath that you have like a couple other things that look like a city, church, and maybe like a blank spot.
Yeah.
Those are different holdings. So usually you'll see at the very least you'll see a I'm definitely educating my son, my heir. You'll see at least a castle, a city, and a church, because you have to build one of each before you can start building others if you have room in the province to build them. So, like a very large province like Burgos, it already has a castle, a city, a church, and a castle, and it has one square that's empty, so you can build another holding there. And each holding is held by somebody. So, like the King of Castille has both castles in this place actually. They're both his personal holdings. So when you capture them, the game is like, oh, that's more pressure directly on his head. I'm sitting at 56% war score. I need that 100% to enforce my demands. All I'm getting out of this is a single freaking county. I'm so screwed. Like we're gonna have to work together, you and I, but I still like once I do this, I'm still gonna have very little place to go unless this little holy war over there fails.
Who are you again?
I am Navarra.
Navarre. Oh, that little tiny one?
Yep.
Okay. I guess I should have gone the other direction. I had a lot of claims on that one, so that's why I went that way, but oh well.
Well, don't claim war me, please. Like, what am I supposed to say to that? Like, I really don't want to go landless.
Yeah, I don't either.
Wow, it looks like the Catholics are independently going to retake budget deficit. Whoa. Why am I broke?
As a positive note, what? He looks like he's old and dying, and he's only 39. That's just sad.
Hmm. I can't go into debt. I guess I'm borrowing from the Jewish merchants. Going into debt in this game is very bad. I'm not sure off the top of my head what I can do to boost my income, so I just borrowed people and I was like, the hell with you. Well, it would be nice if I had my chancellor collecting taxes for me, maybe. I'm losing $7 a month? From what?
I'm actually doing pretty good in money.
How do I check budget again?
You're the one doing some ordering here.
Levy upkeep. I'm just keeping my troops out. I'm losing money. I'm about to maybe actually take another top holding. And then I have to actually go fight his army. Not good news. I'm really hoping this pushes my war score up to something I need. I mean, I suppose smashing his army in general will do that too, but... Oh, hey,
There we go.
that's the alarm. So, we're going to take a little break here, but join us again next time.
Yeah.
As always, La Paz.